Uh-oh. Hello, Mr. Barger.
Hello, Mr. Cable.
Tell me who you are exactly and what do you do?
My name's Wally Barger. I'm a branch manager for the emergency branch for the Division of Abandoned Mine Lands. Supervise the hazard office where we do the emergency branch inspections and part of the design work and all that stuff.
So you were involved in a lot of the process to get this slide removed from Mr. Cornett's property.
Yes, it was. Our inspector Benny Sloan came out and did the initial investigation. Benny had to walk that steep slope up there about 300 feet, kind of late in the evening. Don't think he was able to work a day or two there. He messed up them knees and messed up the knees and hips and all that stuff. And it was a long, hard walk for Benny. And then after Benny walked it, and our program development folks that did the mine history and decided it was related to mining prior to 1982. Yourself and I and Mr. Charles Booth came out and we walked it and tried to figure out how to get access and all that into the property. And then we contacted different property owners to get their permission to be on their property, which took a little time to get everybody's agreement on that. And once we got all that taken care of and are designed to just strip the slide material out to bedrock and bring the drainage down to the road here at Clover Fork Road, Mr. Cornett's driveway. Our engineer was Wes Jones, working in Frankfort. He came down and approved what we had designed, and we sent it over to finance and had the bidders come out, and Triple H Excavating was their low bidder. And once we got everything started and they came out to work, by then we had a couple of big mud flows. The road was blocked. They had to come in and hit it hard and real fast because we'd already lost a mobile home and was threatening another one. And Mr. Ray Shepard was their on-site inspector. He was out here with Triple H every day, making sure that everything was going okay. And then once we got all the material moved, we did some changes and added in some drainage controls below Clover Fork Road here to take the water down to the railroad bed and safely past the mobile home that sits down here below us.
What about the access to this site? Is it easy access to get up here with construction equipment?
No, it's very narrow and very steep. There's a few places that the contractor had trouble coming up and down the hill. When it come a little light rain, their trucks would spin out and they couldn't make their return trip, so they would, if it came a light rain, they'd have to quit work. If it came a big rain, they'd have to quit work. And I think we had 3 or 4 occasions where the rains were so big that it scared even our contractors. They said, you got to change the drainage control up here. It's going to flood everybody.
The existing drainage wasn't much here, was it? Tell us how it was before and how you changed it.
The existing drainage you come down to the bottom of the slide, and there is the ditch makes an immediate left to go out to a 12-inch pipe out there that the county had put into the road. And that pipe dumped over the hill and went right straight in behind the mobile home at the bottom of the hill. So every time that we had rain, muddy water was running under the mobile home down there. And some of those hard rains, the water topped this road and went down there and filled up their ditch and under the home and did some washed out some of their fill material under that home. And we ended up doing some repair and cleanup work down there to open up a ditch also behind that home.
So did the ditch that you put in on this project, does it go down the pathway where the drainage went previously, or did you move it to a different area?
We moved it to where it would flow directly straight down from the slide. Once we hammered the ditch out through the slide area and found the center water course for the slide, then we installed some 36-inch pipe through Mr. Cornett's driveway, and then we put the concrete rock, the block tied mat, and we kind of It kind of veers to the right just slightly so that we take the water away from that home.
That's great. That'll be a big improvement from now on for the drainage here.
We sure hope so.
What were the other challenges on this job?
It's very steep. Big challenge is that due to environmental concerns, we had to stay only in our slide area. We could not take any of these big trees down that were not involved in the slide, so we had to go, their contractor had to work his way straight up the slide to the top and then bring everything back down through the center of that slide. There was no access to the top of the slide for him, and easy access. He had to make his own right up through the slide, through the mud and the water.
Why couldn't you take those trees down?
Yeah, we've got some bats that you have to save their habitat. Those Indiana bats and Virginia long-eared bats. Sometimes we have to work around them.
Did the utilities get in your way here?
No, we didn't have any issues with utilities. We were very concerned at first because the top of the slide is right under a major utility line. Once we contacted the AEP and they came out and met with us, and they told us as long as their equipment was not around any of their support posts and anything like that, that we could do what we need to do up there. And then the utility lines here at the bottom of the slide, there was some concern because of one tree that Mr. Cornett spoke about that was standing there was pretty much in the utility line, so the contractor had to be very careful about taking that one down.
Did he get it down without bothering anything?
Yeah, he got it down without tearing out any utility lines or anything.
Yeah. Were you pleased with the contractor's work on this job?
I'm very pleased with the contractor's work. Very pleased with our on-site inspector. He stayed with them, kept everything organized, and we were able to get a good project here.
Hold on. Have you go back and start with the contractor again there. That's been going on for just a little bit. I was like, yeah, that's going to be in there.
Fly hard, buddy. It's tough work being a star, isn't it?
Yeah. Ben says I can't dance during his interview. I said I
Darn.
do still.
I think we need a little action.
We need a slide in action, but that's what we need.
You should have been here. It was in action. No?
All right, got back.
All right, so were you pleased with the contractor's work?
I was very pleased with the contractor's work. They came in, no matter what we asked them to do, they did it. They came to the site early, brought as much equipment as they could, and they worked diligently every day, stayed late a lot of days, making sure that they could get what they needed taken care of, get the drainage corralled up there and get the material, bring it off safely.
When they hauled the material out, where did they take it?
We had contacted the Department of Transportation. They had a field area nearby about 3 miles away that we hauled the material up there and put it on a flat and got it dressed down. Someday they plan on making some other uses for that field area. So,
How long did you think this project might take?
I believe we set this one up for about 6 months, about 180 days when we first came in here, because it's going to be such a difficult job, being as steep and everything.
And about how many weeks did it take Triple H to do that?
It took them about 6 or 7 weeks. They were in and out pretty fast. We've still got a couple months left on this contract before this one expires.
Is there anything else to do here before we're completely done?
We'll be repairing the blacktop on the roadways here where we tore up the blacktop. We still need to seed our waste area. We're waiting on August the 15th so that we can seed it. And Mr. Cornett lost a storage building that we're replacing, so we're still waiting for it to be delivered.
It appears the vegetation here is done pretty well.
The German millet summer grass is done very well, and you can see some of the clover and other stuff starting to grow up in the shade of the summer grass there.
Is there anything you would have done different here if you had to do it over again?
Nope. I think we were very successful, and I think we did good.
All right. We appreciate you very much.
All right, thank you.
Sir.
No, it wasn't recording.